Top of the hour, that's your local weather on the 8th. It's amazing right here on Tuesday, but I got to tell you, some of these pictures are really hard to take this morning. Very active weather. Flash flood worries. Take a live look at Corpus Christi, Texas this morning. A flash flood warning for us right now. 4.5 inches of rain already and another inch possible. We've got flooding all the way into Aransas County this morning, and flash flood warnings will continue there for a while longer this morning. A community torn apart. A third of Van, Texas is in the rubble this morning. These are the pictures of deadly destruction. This is just a day after an EF3 tornado moved through the area. They got first light yesterday. Folks are trying to get their lives back together today before rain moves into the area, and it's a spring swing. It's actually a huge run, and we're talking about a run at 90-degree temperatures in the East Coast. And then look live at Minneapolis. Temperatures starting off in the 30s this morning, jumping close to a high of 60 today. Yeah, that's a head spin. We've got your forecast in the Midwest, but first, it's the immediate threat this morning. We're right into the flooding in Texas. Reports of nearly 3 inches of rain just 33 minutes in Corpus Christi. Now, we've heard reports of several feet of water standing in streets. We've had some road closures. We've got a lot of them, and even some school delays. Flood watches and warnings extend all the way north to the Oklahoma border this morning. Let's get a live look right now at Houston. We could see more than an inch of rain by noon. Take a look at the radar right there. You can see the heavier rain, and we'll get into a more in-depth look at the area in Texas as well. But right around Katy and the Katy Freeway, there's a heavy batch of rain that's moving up that way. When you look at that south end of Texas, Sugar Land, and that area right there, that southwestern corner, that's also kind of getting some heavier rain beginning to move your way. League City has some of the lighter rain right now, but you're about to get caught up in Houston with more of that. In Van, Texas, more than 50 homes are destroyed after that EF3 tornado. Now we know what it was, and it was brutal. Anna Rittis is on the ground right now getting a first look at the damage and talking to the families who are walking around feeling lucky to be alive, and now they have to protect all their belongings. Good morning, Arod.
Good morning, Sam. Good morning to you at home. We are still on East Pennsylvania Avenue right here in Van. You can hear the chainsaws from afar. They're powered up and they're busy at work. Volunteers already cleaning up. But I just want to show you this before we get to our tracked piece. The power of an EF3 tornado, 140-mile-an-hour winds, strong enough to just shear off the front wall of this home like you took a can opener to a can. This is one of the many homes on this street alone that will be torn down.
Man, I can't believe my friends are gone. You know, everybody said they got blew out. That way out the back, out of the house.
A third of the small community of Van, Texas, now a mangled web of debris. The National Weather Service says an EF3 tornado with winds more than 135 miles per hour created this chaos.
Very scary.
Lindsay Rodriguez saw the tornado as she drove through town and reached the damage within minutes.
I had about 5. There was head injuries, broken legs, and some was so bad they didn't even know what happened. They didn't know where they were.
And your stepdad was tossed from his home.
Yes, he had actually had the couch over him and the dogs, and within minutes he was thrown actually all the way over here into this parking lot. He's still alive and walking, yes.
Just a few blocks over, Luann Ayers and her husband laid on top of their 3 kids in the bathtub. Daylight revealing just how lucky they are.
Our roof came up, and I lost the roof over my daughter's room. We knew the damage was really bad when we were standing on the ground out there, and we could see through her window. We could see the morning sky.
Today, it's neighbor helping neighbor.
Thank you, sir.
Sifting through the brokenness. And remembering what nature will never be able to destroy.
There's someone out there watching over us.
Sam, you can notice the volunteers more and more are coming as the morning progresses. The dump truck full of debris just drove past us. We have a flash flood watch in effect at 1 p.m. and that is going to complicate these cleanup efforts, especially as the week goes on and the weather is not going to get any better.
Anna Rittis Rodriguez, set to be in Dallas yesterday morning, heard about this storm, hit the road, made reports on the road while you were driving. None of the other networks were on this story, Anna Rittis, and they've caught up to you. And I'll tell you, thank you for the reporting that you're doing, because it's really going to help these people get the resources they need to rebuild. Anna Rittis, I know you'll be reporting from the field again today. So cities like San Antonio, let's move out of that area right now and get into where the heavy rain is. Austin could see more than 3 inches of rain by the end of this week. Take a look at this video out of Corpus. This is brand new into us right now from the Weather Channel. This is what we were talking about early this morning. Jen, remember, all morning long, I'm looking at Jen Carfagno. Look at the car off the road and into the ditch in the side. The window's open. That's how you got to get out in that situation. Look at the waves on the road. You could surf that. The waves are so high. Watch that water everywhere there. Some places closer to 6 to 8 inches of rain in just 6 hours. The real report is 3 to 5 in this area. We knew this was a problem, and because you could get us these images, we can confirm it to America. Just knew it when I saw the radar this morning, Jen. It's been a rough time. Now, we still have that flash flood warning, and it remains in effect in Refugio, San Patricio. Also, we have it all the way to Aransas County, and Corpus Christi, you're involved in that. The airport is as well. Ingleside, Aransas Pass. Want to tell you, Rockport, you're a part of this morning, and we're on it. Jen Carfagno's got more.
It was a tropical rain here that was tremendous, Sam, across the area, and I'm going to show you where we are still dealing with the rain right now. I want to look at what the scenario, the environment that's going on right now across southern Texas. This boundary is stuck here. This is a stationary front. It's going to be a focus. Plenty of moisture feeding in, so there will be additional rounds of rain to track for you here in the coming days. Let's talk about today, though, and right now. You can see the area under the flash flood warning. Finally, the rain has left the area, but just to the east of there, you're seeing some very heavy rain. And you got to notice this little spin on the radar. That one, let me keep the circle. That one right there, and this one down here. These are two little MCVs, and not to get too technical, mesoscale convective vortex. And with them, they sort of create their own environment, right? They're very efficient rain producers, and that's what we've seen this morning right around the Corpus Christi area and Robstown and Kingsville. And that's where kids are going in on a delay this morning because of the rain. A lot of roads have been flooded out and are impassable. So now that the rain is moving out of the area, we will see some improvement, but it takes time for that water to recede. Now, we've got accumulations, according to our radar, of more than 8 inches here. I mean, a tremendous rain in just a 6-hour window that came down across the region. The ground was already fairly saturated, and now, of course, with this, any additional rain we get will be a problem. So let's go from what's happening right now, and I'll take you into the forecast for today. We are going to watch for the concern up around the Houston area that we do get some additional showers and storms. It really depends on how much sunshine we get, Sam. If we get a little daytime heating, I think that will help trigger additional thunderstorms in this area. And then the next wave of rain comes in from West Texas here later tonight and tomorrow. Back to you.
It's just the open spigot of available water, and all you need is a little bit of trigger, right, and nothing's shutting it off for days now. Hey, let's get into the Northeast this morning. We had that early morning fog. Hey, that may have slowed you down a little bit, made for beautiful pictures, but wait till you get this heat today.
Hi, we're here to look at a Camry.
Oh, we just came from a birthday party.
Oh, let me get you a new one. Those Camrys are so reliable.
Yeah.
And you gotta love that bold new styling. Here you go.
Whoa.
Wow.
Those balloon towers don't make themselves.
During Toyota time, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a bold 2015 Camry. Offer ends June 1st. For great deals on other Toyotas, visit Toyota.com.
Thanks, Jen.
Thanks, Jane.
Now you both have Camrys.
Yeah.
Toyota, let's go places.
Oh, this audit will take days. What a headache.
Actually, I don't have a headache anymore. Excedrin really does work fast.
In fact, for some, relief starts in just 15 minutes. Excedrin.
Wow, that was fast.
Introducing the new Can-Am Spyder F3. With a cruising riding position and the most advanced vehicle stability system in the industry, you'll ride with a feeling of complete freedom and confidence. Visit your Can-Am dealer and test drive the Spyder F3 today.
The American dream is built on blood.
I feel I failed them.
Sweat.
We are going to redo everything.
And tears.
I don't want to go look for a job. I love my job.
He'll tear it down and build it back up.
Welcome to your new store.
Oh my God. The Prophet season premiere tonight at 10, only on CNBC.
Currently in our area, 81 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 86. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 76. Wednesday, mainly clear. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 87. Here's our 7-day outlook.
It was right on top of us. And then it hit. And we took it to the edge. Didn't give up.
When it comes to good nutrition, I'm no expert. That would be my daughter.
Hi, Dad.
She's a dietitian. And back when I wasn't eating right, she got me drinking Boost. It's got a great taste, and it helps give me the nutrition I was missing, helping me stay more like me.
Boost Complete Nutritional Drink has 26 essential vitamins and minerals, including calcium and vitamin D to support strong bones, and 10 grams of protein to help maintain muscle, all with a delicious taste.
Grandpa!
Stay strong, stay active with Boost.
Earning unlimited cash back on purchases, that's a win. But imagine earning it twice. You can with the Citi Double Cash Card. It lets you earn cash back twice. Once when you buy, and again as you pay. It's cash back, then cash back again. And that's a cash back win-win. The Citi Double Cash Card, the only card that lets you earn cash back twice on every purchase. With 1% when you buy and 1% as you pay. With 2 ways to earn, it makes a lot of other cards seem one-sided.
Hello, the city of brotherly love. Right now, 73 degrees in Philadelphia. You're looking at a view of the skyline there, and look at that. You're waking up to a few clouds out there, but today it is going to be hot. Hopefully, your boss doesn't mind if you wear some shorts into work today, because you're going to be looking at temperatures in the 90s. Yes, 90s are parts of the Northeast. As we show you right now, this is way too early. You typically shouldn't be looking at a 90-degree reading until you get to the month of May, to the very end of May, and Atlantic City all the way until June. So some of these temperatures right now you're feeling, they're actually June-like temperatures, even July temperatures. Now we show you some of the current temperatures. We have the 70s, we have the 60s, and what is going on in Bangor, Maine, and Boston? Well, the problem is we have the backdoor cold front. You can kind of see the wind direction coming in the wrong way you typically see out of a cold front. Well, this pulling in the winds from the east-northeast, and that's why you're looking at the 40s and the 50s. But don't worry, we're going to see your temperature warming up Boston. But right now you're starting off at 51 degrees. You got a big struggle ahead to make it to 83 degrees. But these numbers up and down Interstate 95 running 20 degrees above average, 92 in D.C. That will be your first 90-degree reading, 90 degrees. Well, as we move it ahead, look at this front. It's going to be bringing in the cooler temperatures. That starts to rush in, especially by tomorrow. You'll start off your day, look at that, with those temperatures in the 40s and the 50s, but you're going to warm up to 67 degrees. That's very close to where you should be for this time of the year. Looking at some of the records out there, potentially areas like LaGuardia as well as into Richmond, Virginia, knocking on the door of some potential numbers climbing to the records. Even for Richmond, 92 degrees, that record goes back to 1956, Sam.
All right, hot today, cool tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, that quick.
Summed it up
Hey,
nicely.
New York City, we are getting, as Jen just told you, your first 80, 90-degree day in the area today. We could hit 90 for the first time in more than 8 months. Reagan Medji is live in Weehawken in New Jersey. And Reagan, all morning long, I got to tell you, it wasn't me, Reagan. It wasn't me, because I think you look gorgeous. But Jen, both Jens were saying, did you notice that Reagan's hair has changed in the shot? That the humidity was kind of working. It wasn't me.
No, he would never say that, Reagan. And Reagan, we didn't say that. We didn't say that. But that's what happens. You can get dew points in the 60s.
Listen, we have, and you know what? We as women can all agree, if you all have long hair, even some men, that when the humidity strikes, you know what kind of day it's going to be by the way your hair reacts.
Look
so
at me
I
right
say
now,
no
Reagan.
more. This is not the fashion channel. This is.
I love you. Reagan, that was so perfect. It's not the fashion channel. It's the weather channel.
You're rocking it.
Go get him, Reagan Medji.
I know, not the fashion channel. Who cares? Who cares? Okay, we're the Toyota Mobile Weather Fleet.
Reagan.
Let's go around this guy. This isn't protecting my hair. Who cares about the hair? You know what we do care about? Boom, look at that. That beautiful view. This is Midtown Manhattan across the Hudson River. We're looking at a possibility of an 89, 90-degree day. The last time we saw 90 at all was September 6th, 2014. So With a day like this, we're going to swing over. We're going to show you this beautiful open area here in Weehawken, New Jersey. And every now and again, you'll see either a bicycle rider or a runner. And in fact, we spoke with one of the runners, and this is what she has to say about the hot weather coming up.
Too hot, but I can't run during the day because it's just too humid and too hot. But that's why I just force myself waking up at 5 a.m. and start running. Because if not at 5 a.m., then I wouldn't be running at all.
89 degrees as your high today in New York City. Tomorrow, 65. Get outside.
Our oath isn't an empty gesture. It's the heart and soul of Terminix Nation. The Terminix Ultimate Protection Guarantee. A vow that we kill every termite in your home. Not here, not now, not in my house. Terminix.
Are you still getting heartburn flare-ups? Time for a new routine. Try Nexium 24-Hour, the latest choice for frequent heartburn. And get Nexium Level Protection.
You owned your car for 4 years. You named it Brad. You loved Brad. And then you totaled him. You two had been through everything together. 2 boyfriends, 3 jobs. You're like, nothing can replace Brad. Then Liberty Mutual calls. And you break into your happy dance.
If you sign up for Better Car Replacement, we'll pay for a car that's a model year newer with 15,000 fewer miles than your old one. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Thompson's Water Seal Waterproofing Stain. The seal you can trust, with stain and sealer in one, and easy to choose colors. Exceptional beauty and protection have never been easier. Thompson's Water Seal Waterproofing Stain. Available at the Home Depot.
Cream is good, right? Will it match the rug? It's cream. It's blue. No, I like the cream. Can you picture it? Let's double check.
When you shop for furniture, you don't have to wonder how the fabrics, leathers, and options will look. At lazyboy.com, you can see it before you order it.
What about red? It's perfect. Not quite. There we go.
Come in now during our Memorial Day sale. 0% interest for 36 months.
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Control the weather, so we build things to harness it.
This is about how far you can push yourself.
With Nutrisystem, lose up to 15 pounds by summer and feel great.
I'm Melissa Joan Hart, and I lost 40 pounds on Nutrisystem. My energy is back, and I can't stop smiling about it.
Lose weight fast with Nutrisystem's Fast 5 Plus Kit. Lose 5 pounds in your first week and 1 inch off your waist, or your money back guaranteed.
I'm GD Francis, and I lost 30 pounds on Nutrisystem. I did it, and I'm not done yet.
I'm Dan. I lost 22 pounds with Nutrisystem.
Order your 28-day Nutrisystem plan right now, including Fast 5 Plus. Get 1 week of specially selected meals, plus 1 week of energizing shakes to rev your metabolism free. And 1 week of Craving Crusher shakes to crush those cravings free.
I'm Marie, and I lost 50 pounds on Nutrisystem. There's never been a better time to get started. Trust me, Nutrisystem worked for me, and I know it'll work for you too.
Call 877-984-THIN right now and get Fast 5 Plus with shakes free.
Marcus Lemonis puts up his own money to save failing businesses. The Profit season premiere tonight at 10, only on CNBC.
Stay tuned for your Local on the 8s, brought to you by the 306 horsepower Lexus GS. Experience it, and there is no going back.
Who says desirable can't also be responsible? With 46 standard safety features, the Lexus RX is proof that fun can be good for you. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Doers. They don't worry if something's possible. They just do it. At Sears Optical, we're committed to bringing them eyewear that works as hard as they do. Right now, save up to $200 on eyeglasses. Quality eyewear for doers. Sears Optical.
Think the tree we carved our names in is still here?
That's probably dead.
How much fun is this?
What?
What a beautiful sunset.
If you like sunsets.
Whether you're sweet or salty, you'll love Nature Valley Sweet and Salty Bars.
The 306 horsepower Lexus GS. Experience the next level of performance, and there's no going back.
Lease the 2015 GS 350F Sport with complimentary navigation system for these terms. See your Lexus dealer.
Currently in our area, 81 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, cloudy intervals. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 76. Wednesday, mainly clear. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 87. Here's our 7-day outlook.
And welcome back to AMHQ, 19 minutes past the hour. How about this for a dramatic lightning show? Impressive indeed. This was out of McAllen, Texas overnight. And we actually looked at the radar last night when these storms are coming through. This is right around midnight. Report of, get this, 5,000 lightning strikes on the radar when we looked at it last night.
Did you see that cool
flash?
Yeah, no, but look how it emanates from like one, it's like one circle, one area of lightning, and it's almost like a circle of lightning, and then it radiates out.
Yeah.
Carfagno, did you see that?
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of rain, and I was actually doing some reading on lightning, and a lot of times when you have so much moisture in the thunderstorms, you get lots of lightning, and we have so much moisture in Texas.
Nice tropical connection, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right.
It's going to be what we talk about all day long.
And you're going to talk more about the severe weather that we're looking at.
Yeah, so we are concerned about not just severe weather, but rain. And we don't always group it all together, right? We talk about tornadoes, and we talk about hail, and we talk about damaging winds, and we put flash flooding in a different category, but it really is severe weather. When you look at fatalities due to weather, floods are second on the list below heat, and tornadoes are below that. So we want to make sure you take it seriously. Let's look at today's risk of areas for flooding. And it's not just today, it's actually the coming days all across Texas. It's really about 2 inches of rain in a 3-hour window that could cause flash flooding. And then we want to show you what's coming your way. We are concerned about a lot of moisture back into the area starting as early as this afternoon and tonight. This morning's story has been in southeastern Texas. Now later today, and you see that general flow coming in from the west and southwest, that's going to mean Pacific moisture coming back, and we are going to be watching for more rain across parts of West Texas. Now we've got right now the most moisture, the deepest moisture right across the southern part of Texas and Louisiana, but you'll notice a trend. I want to show you the precipitable water. This is basically how much moisture is available in the atmosphere if there's something to trigger it, how much moisture available to rain. And it's very high right now across South Texas. It gets higher across pretty much all of the great state of Texas, and then that is on the increase throughout the Midwest and the plains right through Thursday and into the weekend as well. So is there something to trigger the storms, right? That's the question. And yes, there is. By tomorrow, we're really going to be watching this little area right here, just a little bit of a spin in the mid to upper levels, enough to cause showers and thunderstorms, plenty of moisture out there to work with. So we will be concerned about flooding and even flash flooding. And then when we get into the weekend, we see this big spin across the west here, this big dip in the jet stream. This is going to be the impetus for another round of storms and possible severe weather come the weekend. But just to look ahead to tomorrow, right? We can't get ahead of ourselves here. I will get you into the weekend at 50 past the hour. But, just to look at the storms today and tomorrow, we've got some active times ahead. And we are looking at showers and thunderstorms right through the day tomorrow, spreading up into parts of Oklahoma, spreading up Thursday into Missouri, into Iowa, into Minnesota, into Wisconsin. And it's rain that is going to be the main threat here, and perhaps too much of it on soil that is very saturated. So that's our concern, Sam, as we get you into Oklahoma and Texas especially. If we get more than 2 inches of rain in a 3-hour window, we could be dealing with flash flooding.
Yeah, exactly like those pictures we saw out of Corpus this morning, Jen. When you get a hot radar image like that, there's trouble beneath it. Okay, let's get caught up on the stories today. And the reason we know half of this is going on out there, boy, you're sending us pictures like crazy.
Yeah, like crazy. And some of the weather out there has been just plain crazy out there. Let's show you this image coming in out of Texas. Look at this. And basically, the roadway is washed away there. This is out of Henderson County, Texas.
Looks like a
look, and there's a truck kind of on the edge.
A creek running underneath that, and it just eroded all that, just eroded the road away. And you're right, the truck is like right there.
And you can see some of the drains just to the right of the screen there. Again, that comes to us from one of the viewers there. So if you're in that area, be aware. They're going to be looking at flooding. In fact, a flash flood watch in effect there until 6 o'clock tonight. And what a difference 24 hours makes in Denver. Anything can happen weather-wise in Denver. If you give them a couple hours snow, that was 24 hours ago, and then look what's now.
It's the first time driving up the mountains in Colorado, the first time I've ever seen, people have to clear hail and sleet and actually plow it off the roads.
One of the best hail comes out of there.
I got to tell you. Also, we're following the developing stories that are coming out of Nepal this morning. Brand new earthquake, brand new images.
Major earthquake.
It starts with a subtle wave, then builds into soft fingers, lifting sails and spirits. Nothing makes us feel more alive than a summer breeze, drifting with us on the water, chasing us through the trees, and playing along the whole day. In the Great Lakes Bay region, the summer breeze is blowing. Where it's headed is pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
Well, sir, after some serious consideration, I'd like to put in my 15-year notice.
You're quitting?
Technically retiring, sir. With a little help from my State Farm agent, I plan to retire in 15 years.
Wow, you're totally blindsiding me here. Who's going to manage your accounts? This is a devastating blow I was not prepared for.
Well, I'm going to finish packing my things. 15 years will really sneak up on you.
Jennifer will do your exit interview, and Adam made you a cake.
Red velvet.
Oh, thank you.
I made this.
Take charge of your retirement. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Every inch, every minute, every second, we chip away at finding inspiration to reimagine luxury, making the colors of earth and sunset skies into rich interior accents, or putting the beauty of a forest in the palm of your hands. It will take you to another place, wherever you happen to be. Made with pride, crafted with passion. This is the 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It is the best of what we're made of.
Now with a full line of independent rear suspension options, the Foreman, Rubicon, and Rancher automatic DCT models are equally ready to work and have fun. Part of the growing ATV family from Honda. Now get low fixed financing rates plus up to $500 in bonus bucks during the Honda Dream Garage sales event.
LegalZoom has helped start over 1 million businesses. If you have a business idea, we have a personalized legal solution that's right for you. With easy step-by-step guidance, we're here to help you turn your dream into a reality. Start your business today with LegalZoom.
According to the U.S. Department of Energy, most homes have air leaks and drafts that waste so much energy, it's like leaving a window open in your home all year long. Don't let another year go by. Call Champion Windows at 844-4CHAMPION. And right now, you can get 25% off of new windows for your home. Plus, Champion now offers no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. So call 844-4CHAMPION today, because every home needs a champion.
The American dream is built on blood.
I feel I failed them.
Sweat.
We are going to redo everything.
And tears.
I don't want to go look for a job. I love my job.
He'll tear it down and build it back up.
Welcome to your new store.
Oh my God.
The Prophet season premiere tonight at 10, only on CNBC.
Currently in our area, 81 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, cloudy intervals. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 76. Wednesday, mainly clear. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 87. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. We love to see your pictures. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well right here on AMHQ. Good morning. Hi, I'm Sam.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Jen.
Jen's here.
I'm Jen.
In for Jim this morning.
Yes.
And we'll be for a couple of days, so glad you're here.
Thank you.
I got to say, very powerful on the expert stuff this morning.
Thanks, Sam.
You've been
Yeah.
right in there driving all of our coverage on that flooding rain that's going on in the Texas coast.
And there's more to come, so we've got some busy days ahead.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do to get you ready and out the door this morning. Here's some of the cities that we're watching this hour.
And we look at Phoenix right now. You woke up this. Did I see a fly on the camera? Did you see that?
I didn't see it.
It was either that or it was a bat, and I'm out of here.
Condor that
Something like
moved right
that.
by? Yeah.
Yeah. Right now you're waking up to a lot of sun and some flies on the camera, but you've got a hot, dry one on the way. Today high in the mid-90s, but windy out there.
All right. Well, let's say good morning to Portland, Oregon. About a 1/4 inch of rain coming your way, Portland. We've got a little light right now, light rain. We've got a light wind as well. You know, not a big issue today.
Yeah, there's a little disturbance up there, though. That's going to keep us kind of cloudy, kind of wet, not just today, also tomorrow. And then we get to warm up and clear out for the start to the weekend.
Yeah, so just hang on to this Tuesday and Wednesday, because you know by the time we get to Thursday and the end of the week, things are getting so much better. Like you've said, it's just that little disturbance we got to get rid of. If you're looking for breakfast this morning, we suggest you head to Kornblatt's Deli. If we're in Portland, right? We're in Portland. It's on 23rd Avenue. Some of the best bagels, they say, in the city. And you know that if you're from New York, you take bagels very, very seriously.
They have to be
We are
hot
not
and fresh.
playing. This is not a game.
All right, this is the real
Bagels are
deal.
for real, right? And the corned beef hash is one of the best items on the menu.
You guys need to have breakfast out here. We talk about it so much.
We talk about it all the time, and none of us ever eat breakfast because we're always so busy. Throw some hot sauce on that corned beef hash, and that would really do it up. All right, I'll take it from there. It's time for the big picture. Our plate isn't full, but let me tell you, the big picture is today we are watching several things. You see that rain in Texas? Well, Jen Carfagna is going to be breaking that down, and rain working into areas, including parts of the West Coast. Talking to you in Portland, over to the wall. Rain is a big deal out there across areas like Texas. This is why, because you remember that front we've been watching? Well, it decided now it just wants to hang out in Texas, and that is going to allow for all that moisture coming through, and that is going to lead to problems with flooding for areas that are already waterlogged, and that's also going to lead to like the ground giving way to, say, even some of those power lines coming down, and you just don't have anything to hold on to. And then for the Northeast, totally different story for you. You suffered all spring as well as winter, and now you're serving up temperatures in the 90s and the 80s. It's just like you just skipped past spring. Now you're looking at summer temperatures out there, looking at your first 90s for many areas. And then the third part of this story, of course, it's all down towards Texas. We're looking at another round of severe weather charging through. What we have is another low coming in from the plains. This is going to be our whole area that we're going to be watching, much like what we saw last week and the week before. More of those storms out there. And keep in mind, we're in the month of May with that severe weather threat just ramping up as we go through May, and then looking at the flooding. Of course, that is a big danger for many parts.
And may become one of our bigger stories of the entire week, Jen, if this rain really verifies to what we think is possible. Emergency managers in Hill County, Texas, are calling a massive limestone collapse the best case scenario. Now look at this, and they will explain why. A huge chunk of earth peeled right off Lake Whitney on Saturday, and it fell right into the lake. It was right on the shore right there during severe storms. The county emergency management coordinator tells the Waco Tribune that no one was on the lake at the time, so no one was injured at this time. This is the same cliff that made news last year. Big luxury homes that's on the edge right there, but this one was sincerely like hanging halfway over the edge of that crumbling hill. Officials say the neighboring home will be fine unless this erosion continues, and you can see there's a lot of parts in the country where these homes are built on coastal areas or shore areas, lakeshore areas, or beaches where it's eroding so quickly that we've lost so much land coming up next to property there. So good news that no one was injured, that nothing happened, that they'd gotten the house off of the area last year as well. Flood watch goes into effect in Van, Texas this afternoon, and that just makes everything worse because this is tornado cleanup. Now, Enaritis Rodriguez is there this morning. Hey, Rod, I'm following you on Twitter, and you're getting some of the most incredible images out this morning, including that picture of Brian, who's wearing red and going into the neighborhoods to help people clean up. And folks in the area, I guess, are wearing red as support.
Yeah. Brian actually just walked by me. He goes to the local high school here, and people today are encouraged to wear red in support. Those are Van's colors in support of the cleanup and of the victims of this tornado. Yesterday was an incredibly difficult day. The devastation, some of which I've never seen firsthand, but then you see images like what you see behind me, and it just gives you hope that everything is going to be okay. So many people, truckloads of people in the last hour have come in from all over the state to help out and lend a helping hand to their neighbors. We got people with chainsaws, rakes, dump trucks, trying to figure out what to do with all of this debris, especially since we have all of this weather into this week that's going to complicate these cleanup efforts. So the sooner they can get this debris off of the roads and off of people's lawns, the better. But let's get your headlines for this hour, and we begin with Verizon saying it's going to buy AOL for $4.4 billion. AOL shares soaring on the news this morning. Verizon says AOL will give it an upper hand in the growing mobile sector. In the meantime, lawmakers in Hawaii approve a bill requiring all electricity produced in the state to come from renewable sources by 2045. If the governor signs the measure, Hawaii could become the first state with 100% solar, wind, and water power. A Colombian mammoth gets a CAT scan. The San Diego Natural History Museum hopes the scan on the partial skull fills in gaps about the species. It went extinct some 11,000 years ago. And Sam, some news today. The president formally announcing that his library will be in Chicago and not Hawaii, where he was born.
All right, Anna Rittis, thank you very much. Hey, the rain in Texas doesn't stop today. We're going to be seeing some more and probably days of it. It's the coastal area that we're focusing on right now and that southern tip of Texas. Jen Carfagno's taking a close look at it.
All right, so right now where we've seen the heaviest of rain through the overnight and early morning hours, we are finally starting to get a break. Let me show you the radar, and it was around the Corpus Christi area, Robstown, Kingsville, all places dealing with inches of rain. In fact, at the Naval Air Station, they picked up about 6 inches of rain in just an hour and a half. That's this area right here. Glad to see that the radar is looking much better and clearer right there right now. We still have some rain up around Port O'Connor, but that wasn't the area hardest hit earlier today. It was down here right around Corpus Christi, and that's where kids are going in late to school. They're running on a delay this morning because of the weather, because there's a lot of roads that are covered with water and impassable this morning. Now, as we talk about what's happening right here, we got to look at what else is going on. We got some showers up here right across portions of central Texas. Of course, Brownsville area and south of there, we've also been tracking a lot of heavy rainfall, but you'll notice a lot of cloud cover out there too around the Houston area, across a good chunk of Texas. Once we get a little daytime heating and some of those clouds thin out a bit, they don't have to clear, they just thin out and temperatures heat up, I think we'll start to get some thunderstorms here expanding through the area today. Flood watches are posted. Some of these, like in central and northern Texas and up into Oklahoma, go into effect later this afternoon. The concern is the ground is completely saturated. We have had anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rain to more than a foot of rain up into Oklahoma recently. So when you add this, another widespread 2 to 3 to 5 inches of rain on top of it, concerns about flooding, not just starting today, but we've got that forecast for rain right into the weekend. But the concern is today we've got a little bit of rain to start. There will be more through the day today as we see the moisture returning and an upper level disturbance coming in across coming into West Texas and eventually up into Oklahoma. You see this rain advancing, through the overnight tonight. We're going to see the rain on the move, and there'll be more tomorrow. And tomorrow really will be, I think, a pretty wet day for us right across this area. I mean, the water vapor tells the story. You just see the general flow, moisture coming in. There will be a return to more Gulf moisture as well. So that chilly morning that you had this morning in places like Russell, Kansas, it was in the low 30s, close to the freezing mark. It all changes. We're back to warm and humid as we get everything sort of returning back to spring-like weather in the next 24 hours, Sam.
All right, Jen, take a look at this because it's some of the coolest video we've actually pulled in today. Check it out.
It's a twister.
Did the accents give you a hint as to what we're talking about and where we're seeing it? We'll be right back.
Currently in our area, 82 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, cloudy intervals. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 76. Wednesday, mainly clear. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 87. Here's our 7-day outlook.
When you're waiting for summer, every second feels like an eternity. So when it finally arrives, make every second count on a Sea-Doo watercraft. With 14 models to choose from and starting at just $49.99, there's a Sea-Doo that's right for you. At the Countdown to Summer sales event, get up to a 5-year warranty or save up to $1,000. But hurry, this offer ends May 31st. Go to seadoo.com or your local dealer for details.
Go get help, boy. Go get help. Go get help. Right now.
If you're a cat, you ignore people. It's what you do.
Come on.
If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Go on, kitty.
Quiet! Mom has a headache!
Had a headache. But now, I don't. Excedrin is fast.
In fact, for some, relief starts in just 15 minutes. Excedrin.
Wow, that was fast.
Constipated? Dulcolax tablets can cause cramps, but not Phillips. It has magnesium and works more naturally than stimulant laxatives for gentle, cramp-free relief of occasional constipation.
That works.
Live the regular life. Phillips.
Deep in the dark, untouched recesses of your engine is power you never knew it could produce. And vapor can set it free. New Stable 360 Performance unleashes that exclusive vapor technology that rises above the fuel line to protect your engine where other additives can't, to help keep your engine running cleaner, leaner, smoother. Level of performance is in the vapor. Stable 360 Performance.
And just like that, the snow is gone. And off you go. And every frozen second spent willing this day to come is just a warm, fading memory.
We got the new Temperflex, and it's got the spring and bounce of a traditional mattress.
You sink into it, but you can still move around.
And now that I have a Temperflex, I can finally get a good night's sleep.
I flop down on the bed and it's just like, oh, this is perfect.
Wherever you put your body, it just supports you.
Like little support elves are just holding you.
I can sleep now through the night.
Change your sleep. Change your life. Change to Tempur-Pedic.
Anna, Tom, what can I help you find today?
We are repainting, but our kids are tough on walls.
I totally get it. You need Valspar. It's our best paint. It'll stand up to the wildest play days.
That is exactly what we need.
Do not hit your brother.
And you know, with the Valspar color guarantee, if you don't like the color, you get a new one free.
What?
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Change color for free?
We've been doing that for years. Hey, Val, check it out. Hey, Val.
I see you, honey.
Getting help at the paint studio at Ace is like going to your neighbor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
And welcome back to AMHQ, 43 minutes past the hour. Look at this video here. A Texas family basically jumping into action when the rivers basically flooded their pasture. The river rose, get this, 19.5 feet in the last 10 days. You see the horses there and the little babies, and these ranchers and the family went out there and saved all 31 horses from the rising waters. You see them there trying to help out the babies there. Well, it washed away. Basically, the ponies were just basically kind of just trapped in the river there. Basically, it came from this pasture when you're looking at all that water that came down. I mean, this is really incredible. There's nothing more beautiful than seeing those horses run away safely. back into the barn. All right, well, let's take it over and talk more about what's happening across parts of the southeast. Temperatures, yes, you know they are soaring there, and we're going to be looking at numbers just basically being record highs as we show you for areas like Tampa, Augusta, and Asheville. Temperatures climbing into the lower 90s. Some of these records, they go back to 1980. Even some parts in the northeast, you're going to be looking at potentially some record numbers out there. As we show you the numbers right now in the 70s and the 60s, if you look over towards the west, that cooler air is trying to filter in, and we're going to see more of that tomorrow. But today is going to be another day of the hot, and the heat is going to continue. As we show you some of the dew points, they're up there in the 60s, and this makes us just plain old so uncomfortable. Look at Charleston, the amount of moisture in there. We're looking at that dew point at 72. So we could see some storms popping up right along the Carolinas today. So keep that in mind. As we move that ahead, and we want to talk more about the forecast, showing you the highs for today. 84 degrees for a high in Atlanta, 71 in Nashville. You can see that cooler air. And then Nashville, of course, 77. But for Tallahassee, 95. Tomorrow, the temperatures drop back down into the 80s, but we're still running 10 degrees above average. You were saying, man, I want summer to get here. Well, it's here in full effect. But the good news is it's only going to be one day of the extreme heat. We're showing you right there. We're going to break those numbers right back down into the 80s, but still above average for this time of the year. Sam.
All right, Jen, leading today's world news cycle, the 7.3 magnitude earthquake rocking Nepal today has already triggered some new panic, and you can imagine this on the devastated streets of Kathmandu. Now, so far, Nepal's Emergency Operations Center is reporting 42 deaths. But you'll remember when we went on the air this morning, it was somewhere around 6 and then 17. So the numbers are already on their way up. This is the latest quake coming less than 3 weeks after the unbelievable 7.8 earthquake that killed 8,000 people there and did so much incredible damage. Now, to help us better understand what in the world is happening in this part of the country at that epicenter, geophysicist Dan McNamara of the USGS. I love Dan. Thank you for joining us, because this is the show that I just want to learn more things on. And so when we can reach out to people like you who have an expertise to help us all understand, it's fantastic. So what the heck is happening over there?
Well, as you mentioned, there was a very large main shock earthquake just a couple of weeks ago, and last night's or this morning's aftershock is quite large, but not unexpected for a sequence like this. What's interesting is the main shock ruptured mostly to the west side of the sequence, and now the two largest aftershocks, this morning's and also a 6.7 that happened maybe 2 weeks ago, are rupturing more on the eastern end of the sequence. So it's the aftershocks are filling out.
Hey, Dan, so what exactly is happening underneath there that this continues to still trigger and more is happening? And are we going to see this for months now?
Yeah, I think we could expect 6 months to a year or more of aftershocks. It's a very large earthquake, and so it's not unexpected to have a very active aftershock sequence. What's very interesting is that the sequence really died out in the last week, and then this large aftershock has sort of reactivated the sequence. We've already seen 5 or 6 magnitude 5s, many more magnitude 4s. I think one magnitude 6.2 also, so it's really been...
Well, those are dangerous quakes on their own. I mean, when I hear a 6, when I hear, a 5, I know there's damage in those areas. So, if we're going to continue to get this, what's going to be left of the buildings there? And remember, we've got aid workers in there as well as the people who have lost their homes. This seems to be a very dangerous, ongoing situation.
Yeah, yes it is, and you're right. Buildings that were initially damaged in the main shock are more vulnerable now and could also collapse. So yeah, it's very concerning for rescue and recovery operations.
All right, well, Dan, thank you for taking a minute out of your time with the USGS there to kind of explain what's happening, and to also say that this is something that we're going to continue to see for 6 months to a year in this region of the world. Thanks so much, Dan. I appreciate your time.
Bye.
All right, we're about 10 minutes away from the start of the man hour, I guess. What's going on, guys? What are we covering?
2 hours of power.
2 hours of manpower.
We're covering 2 of the big stories we're tracking today, which is one, the ongoing flood concerns. It'll even go higher as we head through this week across much of Texas and southern plains. The second story is the heat.
And the calendar checklist for tornadoes.
All right, Paul.
Shelley, how'd you come to find the biggest liquid gold mine in the state?
I was shopping for provisions.
Yeah?
That's when I saw it.
What'd you see, Shelley?
Boxes and boxes of Velveeta shells and cheese got clear to the ceiling.
Can we go look at it, Shelley?
Here, right over here.
Oh! There's gold in them there shells. Liquid gold.
In a matter of seconds, your life can change.
We had kids still into school.
And it just hit us.
This was it. The Weather Channel's most watched original program is back.
Things are just going everywhere. It was a nightmare. And then it was silent.
This is just the beginning of what's to come.
Currently in our area, 82 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, cloudy intervals. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 76. Wednesday, mainly clear. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 87. Here's our 7-day outlook.
It's called Mother Nature for a reason. A nurturing spirit lives within every woman. At Mahindra, we strive to brighten the future for girls with a passion for agriculture. So thank you to the mothers and fathers of America for sharing the wonder of God's great outdoors. Today's future farmers are tomorrow's stewards of the land we care for.
The world's #1 selling tractor. Visit MahindraUSA.com.
So you think this chip is nothing to worry about? Well, at Safelite, we know sooner or later, every chip will crack. These friends were on a trip when their windshield got chipped. So they scheduled at Safelite.com. They didn't have to change their plans or worry about a thing. I'll see you in a little bit. And I fixed it right away with a strong repair they can trust. Plus, with most insurance, a Safelite repair is no cost to you.
Really?
Being there whenever you need us, that's another Safelite advantage.
Safelite repair, Safelite replace.
Oh, I love game night. Oh, it's a house and a car.
So far, you're horrible at this, Flo.
You got no talent for drawing, Flo. House, car. Oh, raise the roof. No one?
Remember when we used to raise the roof, Diane?
Oh, quiet, Richard. I'm trying to make sense of Flo's terrible drawing.
I'll draw the pants off that thing.
Oh, hats on hamburgers. Dancing. Drive-in movie theater.
Home and auto.
Squares. Lamp.
Lines. Stupid, dumb.
No. Home and auto bundle from Progressive. Saves you money. Yay, game night. So much fun.
Xfinity sales professionals are always on the go, meeting new people every day. They're helping families get the latest Xfinity products and services. And they're making customers happy. Jumpstart your career with the best sales training in the industry. Great benefits like discounts on your own Xfinity services and the potential for high earnings. Have what it takes? Apply today and see what doors open for you.
I remember walking out to the gate, and I stood there. And I looked up into the sky and I said, really, God? Really? This is how you want me to get well? You want me to be around a whole bunch of guys that are sick, that I don't believe are like-minded like me, that aren't looking for sobriety the way I'm looking for sobriety? And I heard a small voice said, yes, Vance, you have to get well amongst the sick because you're just like them.
All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. We love to see your pictures. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well right here on AMHQ.
Well, good Tuesday morning, 52 minutes past the hour. Well, look at this. This looks like a tornado, but it's actually a massive dust devil. And you're looking at the direction where it's going. Well, if you're wondering why it's going the wrong way, this is out of Western Australia. What do we call those there down under?
I don't know. What do we call them?
Willy Willy.
Oh, they're called Willy Willy. I didn't know they were called Willy Willies.
You're like half Aussie, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
well,
or at all.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
But Whoa, look at it taking over the truck there.
Yeah, look at that there. Well, this is what happens when it develops in these dry, arid areas, not far away from Perth and western part of Australia. But look at, you can really admire it because it's just out there in the open and not damaging anything.
Right.
And of course,
just think of the desert giving off a little steam, all that heat developing.
It's just letting it off.
Going. Yep, exactly that. Hey, we are going to have some problems with some severe weather, and maybe not today. Today it's big time rain. But Jen, by the time we get to the weekend, Jen Carfagno is in the expert area to talk about your severe chances for the weekend.
Sam and Jen, it is so interesting how the pattern setting up for this weekend looks very similar to last weekend. And interestingly enough, next weekend, the following weekend, looks a lot like it as well. We're sort of on the 7-day cycle right now where things are kind of repeating itself. So you look at this weather map, and no, we didn't just recycle last week's. This is this upcoming weekend's forecast with another big dip in the jet stream. And we are still looking for a surface low, a cold front, a warm front, a dry line. All the features are going to be here for the risk of storms and possible severe weather. Now, let's start with where we are right now. You know, we've been dealing with a lot of active weather in South Texas, and that's where your eyes go first, right, to this flare up of bright colors. But the pattern I want you to see is that you notice this return of the moisture, the southwest flow coming in here, the mid to upper levels. So Pacific moisture coming back to the plains on its way today and tomorrow. Also, this little thing up here, which may not be such a big deal right now, will be a big deal by the weekend. This dives down here and creates the big dip in the jet stream that we are going to see getting into the weekend. So we look at today into tomorrow, and we're going to see one little thing setting up to bring us the risk of some storms, but mid to upper levels here, a mid to upper level low, which will help create some thunderstorms in parts of Texas, Oklahoma, and maybe up into the plains. But this is the big one by this weekend. And it's again going to bring some snow chances to the Sierra, maybe down to 6,000 feet. It's possible. Remember last week we had that snow at Big Bear? So yes, it's a very similar pattern. But we're going to be watching for the energy in this jet stream to dive out into the plains. This is Saturday into Sunday, into the northern plains by Sunday. And so again, we're going to see return to thunderstorms. So let's talk severe weather chances. We are going to be watching for, on this Saturday, the risk for severe weather. Damaging winds, large hail. There is a threat for tornadoes from Texas all the way up here into the northern plains. Western Oklahoma is a 4 on the Torcon. We go back from Kansas into northern Texas, a 3 on the Torcon for your Saturday. Now, or into Friday, excuse me. Into Saturday we go, and the area shifts just a little bit to the east, and we're going to be watching for now a little farther north, too. So now we're talking parts of South Dakota, parts of Iowa, into Nebraska, 4 on the Torcon here. Back down into central Kansas and Oklahoma, it's a 4 as well. And then we're going to watch for a lot of rain. And the concern lately has been too much rain. Last weekend, tremendous flooding in Oklahoma and Texas. But as it turns out, right, the drought situation, this is sort of a love-hate situation with the rain. We overlay the rain that we got last week with the areas in the extreme and exceptional drought in Oklahoma and Texas here. They match up very well. Another area that we've been monitoring that's very dry is right up here across the northern plains, the Midwest, Minnesota. We're going to add more rain this upcoming weekend to those areas back down into Texas as well. So, Sam, it is a love-hate relationship, right? We're concerned about the flooding, but we're glad to see the drought getting eradicated by this rainfall.
Yeah, it's just you want to be able to trap that water and hold on to it for the season that you know won't have it. Yeah, pace it a little better. That's a good point, too. Yeah. All of your images today give us a chance to talk about other weather stories, so here we go.
Yeah, we start off right now. We really want to focus on the flooding that's been happening. And this image here, coming out of Port Aransas, Texas, and you can see...
Very close to where my parents used to live, and I know this area very, very well, and it's a beautiful place. Fishing rules out here. The restaurants along the water are fantastic, and this flooding is pretty strong.
And you know, if you look real closely, that's actually a trash can floating
down the street.
Floating down the street there. And now we go to Oklahoma, and they have the same problems as Texas. So we're talking about the flooding there.
Yep.
This is the restaurant that you're looking at. It's the Okie Cafe, and that is actually Lake Eufaula. That is the cove, and then basically the lake is just too full, and now it's into parts of the restaurant there.
You can sit. A lot of people go and they watch the games sitting outside, and you order either the burger or the grilled chicken salad at
or you order both.
Yeah, and in Vermont, I loved this picture when you guys tweeted it out to us this morning. Thank you.
It's gorgeous.
It is beautiful.
It looks like a fake background. It's so beautiful.
Doesn't it? You just keep that picture in your mind. Have an amazing day. Our coverage continues.
Bye.
Currently in our area, 82 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, cloudy intervals. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 76. Wednesday, mainly clear. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 87. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This is Weather Center Live. Thanks for joining us today. I'm meteorologist Chris Warren.
And I'm meteorologist Paula Goodlow. We're not even halfway into May now, and it's already proving to be a very dangerous month when it comes to severe weather.
And time to recover. After an EF3 tornado ripped through Van, Texas, we're now hearing news stories of tragedy and survival.
And hardly a break here. Every day we've seen severe weather this month. We're going to show you why and what we can expect as we head into the second half of May.
And struck again, another major earthquake in Nepal. An update from the country dealing with back-to-back earthquake disasters.
And also days of heavy rain have swollen the Trinity River here that runs through the Dallas area. Over the last 10 days, the river has risen more than 19 feet above flood stage. But again, it continues to stay above flood stage, and we'll have much more on this coming up in just a few minutes.
But first, we understand there's a news conference underway right now in Van, Texas. We're going to join that in progress.
Southeast of the Pruitt community. I will at this time officially confirm that retired lieutenant from Garland Police Department David Tapley and his wife are the ones that lost their life in the storm. Our hearts and prayers go out to that family and to their loved ones, and know that they will continue to be in our thoughts and prayers as the days to come. As of 8 o'clock this morning, we have began letting tree service in to start removing a lot of the tree debris to allow more easy access once we get the roll-off dumpsters in place to do the debris removal. We're transferring from a response phase to more of a recovery efforts to begin that process of getting this community back to normal. The city is placing dumpsters in the affected area. And what this will do is to allow these citizens who've suffered damage to just walk out to the street side, throw their debris in there, and not have to worry about trying to get it across town to the dump site. Those organizations, volunteer organizations on disasters, your VOADs, those groups that are familiar with and do cleanup will be the organizations we allow in there right now to begin that recovery phase and debris cleanup with these citizens. Our efforts there is to protect any of these citizens from being taken advantage of by other organizations coming in, businesses. With that, the city has developed a flyer with the Attorney General Office information to protect the rights of these citizens and to prevent from scamming and overcharging of services down the road. As of last night, Governor Abbott did declare Van Zandt County a disaster area, and my understanding is also sought a disaster declaration from the President of the United States. Last night during the overnight hours, Texas Task Force 2 arrived on scene and did a secondary, more thorough search with cadaver canines and other search rescue canines, and uncovered no other victims as a result of this disaster. The power crews worked diligently through the night. They were able to restore nearly all the power. We have about 5% of the power that has not been restored yet as of about 15 minutes ago. And I believe of that, 25 customers that could accept power are still needing to be restored, and that should be restored later today as they can get in there and work. At this time, I'll turn it over to Dean Stone, the mayor of Van.
All right, we were hearing some of the latest information out of Van, Texas, and one of the pieces that you didn't hear here, but we are hearing that all of the people that were unaccounted for have been accounted for. 11 people at one point were not accounted for, but they all have been accounted for. But we also know that 2 people did die in that EF3 3 tornado that tore through Van, Texas, which is right in here between Dallas and Shreveport. Van, Texas, right in here. They've had a lot of rain lately, and a lot of that rain came with and then right after the tornado. So a lot of homes were ripped up, and then some very heavy rain came down on this part of the country here in Texas. And still, there is that threat for more rain going through the day today. Flash flood watches in effect all the way up to the Oklahoma-Kansas border here. And then we're going to look here at where we're seeing a couple of very interesting features here on the radar. Some mesoscale convective vortexes here, so some spins here within this convective system. You can see one spin right here and one right down there. Pretty cool features, but that does bring a lot of rain. If it holds together, it can bring a bunch of rain over a lot of the same areas, or as it moves through. Fortunately, it looks like both of those are heading out over the water, but we still have more of that Gulf moisture coming in to Texas here with an area of low pressure. Then the upper levels, it's going to ride along that front, and as it does, it's going to enhance that rainfall. And through Friday, some areas from Austin, including San Antonio, there will be potentially about 3 to 5 inches of rain. Then coming up in about 10 minutes, we're going to show you exactly how powerful floodwaters can be and what just 4 inches of water can knock down. Paul?
Let's move the forecast forward across the plains as well. We've seen our fair share of rain. We'll see more. Dallas, more storms returning this week. And here's the setup here. Big lumbering storm coming out of the west. As it does so, this adds spin and shear to the atmosphere. And this can get us going more strong and severe thunderstorms. Also, not to mention long-lived thunderstorms and just a persistent fetch of moisture coming here, bringing us more rain. Chris talked about the flooding already going on in areas of Texas. This will continue to bring this moisture through Texas into the southern plains and even much of the Gulf Coast states as well. Seeing plenty of moisture in place so early in the season here. So tomorrow we got showers once again in Texas, moving on through Oklahoma into areas of Kansas, also eastern Colorado. Flooding going on right now in northeastern Colorado, also eastern areas of New Mexico, and some mountain snow across the higher elevations. Got to get above 10,000 feet before you get that. Tomorrow night, more storms, more heavy rain up and down the I-35 corridor. Kansas City now up towards Omaha. We got showers and thunderstorms and some heavy rain as well. And even on towards Thursday, we kind of slowly push this eastward. The western border probably is the I-35 corridor now, pushing across the Missouri and the upper Mississippi River Valley, giving you some rain showers there as well. But overall, we're seeing a lot of storms here across the plains. Take a look at Oklahoma City. Our time come in as we head on towards your Wednesday. Temperatures a little bit cooler though, but again, more storms come in Wednesday night, and eventually we'd see drier time though as we head on towards Thursday.
And coming up, a look at when more severe weather returns to the plains, including the threat of tornadoes, where we'll see the greatest risk of this.
And flooding continues in Texas, showing just how a few inches of water can quickly turn deadly.
What's up with your car?
Pretty sure it's possessed and out of warranty.
I'm going to cost you a fortune at the dealership, Cheryl.
Well, at Midas, our experts will tell you what needs fixing now and what can wait. And they don't laugh at people.
I'm sorry, Cheryl. No, I'm not. I am not sorry at all.
Get the Midas Touch maintenance package with oil change, tire rotation, and more. Use your Midas credit card and get a rebate of $20. Go to Midas.com to make an appointment. Trust the Midas Touch.
Need service? Skip the expensive dealership and head to Midas.
Every inch, every minute, every second, we chip away at finding inspiration to reimagine luxury, making the colors of earth and sunset skies into rich interior accents, or putting the beauty of a forest in the palm of your hands. It will take you to another place, wherever you happen to be. Made with pride, crafted with passion. This is the 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It is the best of what we're made of. 25,000 mornings, give or take, is all we humans get. We spend them on treadmills, we spend them in traffic, and if we get lucky, really lucky, it dawns on us to go spend them in a world where a simple sunrise can still be magic. 25,000 mornings. Make sure some of them are pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org.
The American dream is built on blood.
I feel I failed them.
Sweat.
We are going to redo everything.
And tears.
I don't want to go look for a job. I love my job.
He'll tear it down and build it back up.
Welcome to your new store.
Oh my God. The Prophet season premiere tonight at 10, only on CNBC.
Currently in our area, 82 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, cloudy intervals. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 76. Wednesday, mainly clear. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 87. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Tomorrow morning, say bye-bye to summer heat. Temperatures dropping 20 degrees. And the next outbreak of severe weather. Wake up with Al and AMHQ tomorrow morning at 5, only on the Weather Channel.
Thompson's Water Seal Waterproofing Stain. The seal you can trust, with stain and sealer in one, and easy to choose colors. Exceptional beauty and protection have never been easier. Thompson's Water Seal Waterproofing Stain. Available at the Home Depot.
It's a beautiful day to use Thompson's Water Seal.
Oh, this audit will take days. What a headache.
Actually, I don't have a headache anymore. Excedrin really does work fast.
In fact, for some, relief starts in just 15 minutes. Excedrin.
Wow, that was fast.
Stay still, like a statue. Just like a statue. Look here.
When your day goes on and on, you need 48-hour odor protection that goes on clear for no white marks. New Secret Outlast Clear Gel.
To you, they're more than just a pet, so protect them with Canine Advantix 2. Its broad spectrum protection kills fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes, too. Canine Advantix 2, for the love of dog.
The termite swarm has come. Enter the legions of Terminix with 85 years of experience and the strongest guarantee in the business. Sorry, termites, we got our swarm of our own. Not here, not now, not in my house. Terminix.
There goes the school! There goes the school!
Heard that train roar they talk about.
Yep, that's a tornado, guys.
And just like that, it was over. A pretty amazing sight.
An amazing sight indeed, and there is another chance for some very strong storms to move through the middle part of the country. That threat for some of the stronger storms increases going into the weekend. Here's a look at Oklahoma City. On Friday and Saturday, chance for some storms early on Friday, then those hit and miss storms again on Saturday. So we're watching the plains once again for the threat of some strong storms and setting up similar to what happened just a few days ago. Over the weekend, this past weekend, we had some strong storms, several tornadoes reported. And once again, we're looking at the potential for a lot of severe weather affecting the plains. The ingredients coming together, Gulf moisture coming in, also with the dry line moving across parts of Texas and Oklahoma, we're going to see the potential for damaging winds, also some isolated tornadoes and some hail associated with this. And this threat, it does once again go from Texas, including the Mexican border, all the way up into parts of eastern Colorado. Again, and there is a tornado threat. The Torcon here, our exclusive Torcon, is a 4 out of 10 in some areas, 3 out of 10, and that number is the percentage. So 3 out of 10 is a 30% chance of a tornado within 50 miles of any point in northwest Texas and western Kansas. And again, if it's a 4 out of 10, that's a 40% chance of a tornado within 50 miles of any point in that region. Saturday, once again, another threat for some strong storms in some of the same areas, but it shifts just a little bit farther to the east. Paul?
Well, Chris, check this out. A week of rain and snow is washing out roads and even flooding fields here in Colorado. In Morgan County, just northeast of Denver, the driver of this pickup truck went down a closed road and then ended up in the rushing water. In fact, so many roads were closed in one county that they ran out of barricades, and much of Morgan County still remains under river flood warning right now. Let's take a look at how quickly you can get in trouble when it comes to flooding here, because it doesn't take that much water at all to push push you off your feet, float your car, and also do a lot of damage as well. Again, in terms of the impacts of floodwater, it only takes about 6 inches, a half a foot of flowing water can knock you off your feet. And surprisingly, it doesn't take that much more water, just a little bit more. 2 feet of water can actually start floating a lot of vehicles out there as well, even SUVs. Most of them not designed to go off-road all the time. They're mainly on the roads, and also water is flowing at 4 miles per hour, which is kind of a brisk walking pace. Well, that has enough force to do damage like a tornado and destroying homes. So definitely is concern there. And again, the power of rushing water is something that most people underestimate, thinking, oh, my car is heavy enough. No, it is not. And no, it's not high enough either. You will be stuck if you, again, do not turn around and don't drown. Chris?
And Paul, right now, spring feels more like summer in the Northeast. Some cities close to 90 degrees. And Reagan Medji is live in New Jersey. Reagan.
That's right. Just across the Hudson River behind me, New York City could see another 80-degree day so far this month. So that is 8 days above 80 degrees. Today, it might even get till 90. But don't get comfortable so soon, because tomorrow we're going to be dipping down to cooler air. Coming up.
I am never getting married.
Never.
Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
Breathe.
Over here. We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, State Farm is there.
Cottonelle Clean Ripple Texture gets you cleaner, but will it make people confident enough to go commando? How was your wiping experience?
Okay.
Why do you think ripples are so great?
Probably ripples would just clean better.
Yeah, why?
It just would pick up more layers.
Do you feel confident enough to go commando?
Go commando. Yeah, sure.
Congratulations!
I did it.
How do you feel?
Fresh.
Only Cottonelle has Clean Ripple Texture, so going Cottonelle means you can go commando.
Can a protein originally found in a jellyfish improve your memory? Our scientists say yes. Researchers have discovered a protein that actually supports healthier brain function. It's the breakthrough in a supplement called Prevagen. As we age, we lose proteins that support our brain. Prevagen supplements these proteins and has been clinically shown to improve memory. It's safe and effective. For support of healthier brain function, a sharper mind, and clearer thinking, try Prevagen for yourself today.
Weather. So we build things to harness it.
This is about how far you can push yourself.
Xfinity sales professionals are always on the go, meeting new people every day. They're helping families get the latest Xfinity products and services. And they're making customers happy. Jumpstart your career with the best sales training in the industry. Great benefits like discounts on your own Xfinity services and the potential for high earnings. Have what it takes? Apply today and see what doors open for you.
The FDA issued a public notice to doctors and patients concerning serious injuries caused by transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, and bladder sling. Please call now if you had one of these devices implanted in the last 5 years. You may be entitled to a cash award. If you had a transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, or bladder sling in the last 5 years,
please call 1-855-305-2053 now.
Tomorrow morning, say bye-bye to summer heat. Temperatures dropping 20 degrees. And the next outbreak of severe weather. Wake up with Al and AMHQ tomorrow morning at 5, only on the Weather Channel.
You buy the 306 horsepower Lexus GS. Experience it, and there is no going back.
Make the journey as extraordinary as the destination. The exquisitely designed Lexus ES and ES Hybrid. Unforgettable. Get 0.9% financing on the 2015 ES 350. See your Lexus dealer.
Let's do this. We start here, talk to her, pick up some of that, a few of those, okay, a lot of those, then dirt, plants, water. Just a little time, and then boom. Spring. Big time. Let's do this. Toro days are here, and so are big savings. The Home Depot. More saving. More.
Who says desirable can't also be responsible? With 46 standard safety features, the Lexus RX is proof that fun can be good for you. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Currently in our area, 83 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, cloudy intervals. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 76. Wednesday, mainly clear. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 87. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This is Weather Center Live, and this is a live look at many spots in the Northeast around New York City. New York City has seen 8 straight days, a full week of 80-degree weather, and today makes number 8 if you end up with that 80. In fact, we think we're going to be flirting with 90 degrees today. That could break the old record set in 1991. Of 88.
Yeah, it is heating up across much of the Northeast. Even New England, people are waiting for it as well. And we're on the scene as well. Our Reagan Meji is live in Weehawken, New Jersey, right across the Hudson from Manhattan. In fact, you have a beautiful view of the skyline there. And I got to tell you, Reagan, nothing like New York City in the summertime.
Exactly, because as you all may or may not know, in New York City, in Manhattan, those crosswinds will kill you when it comes to the cold air. But when you have warm air like this, it's not that bad. It's kind of Mother Nature putting on the natural fan. So we're going to give you a live look at this beautiful shot. This is Midtown Manhattan. If you would go up left, you're going to be uptown. Down, you'll be the downtown area and financial district. And of course, the Hudson River. So you've got a beautiful shot looking across the way. Today, though, we're looking at the possibility, I say possibility of 90 degrees because we're supposed to get to 89 degrees. Now, if we get to 90, that is going to be big doings because we haven't seen 90 since September of last year. So we decided, why don't we go out and talk to some people who are hanging out early in the morning and see what they have to say about this impending warmer weather.
Yeah, it's been a long winter, really, it has. And it just seems to have all of a sudden turned into summer, so I'm out here enjoying the summer, I guess.
I think it's too hot.
Too hot? We just suffered from like a miserable winter and you're saying it's too hot.
But it's May. I'm ready for that in July.
I'm ready for that now. I don't know what he's talking about, guys. And I know you guys down in Atlanta, you have warmer temperatures already. But let me tell you, this Northeast chick, I am loving this hot weather.
Yeah, and Reggie, in fact, stay right there. We want to show you something. It's been a while, as that gentleman mentioned. He looks forward to summer for the heat. But the last time you had this kind of heat, the last 90-degree day,
September 6th. So we're talking, it's been
it's been a while.
Yeah, a long time after a long cold and some areas very snowy winter as well. And on average, you know, last year, in fact, our first 90-degree day wasn't until July 2nd. So yeah, it's kind of early.
Yeah, so Reagan, you might be looking forward to it, but that gentleman has a point. Getting close to 90 last year didn't happen until July.
Well, you know, you're also talking to somebody here who does hot yoga in July. So, I mean, I got to understand it's all out of, you know, their own personal perspective and opinion. However, today, if it's going to be 89 degrees, take note, everybody in New York City. Philadelphia, you're not alone. You're going to reach 89 degrees as well. But tomorrow, we are going to get cooler. It's not going to be like 40, but it's going to be in the 60s. Now, for those of you who love the 60-degree weather, which is normal this time of year, you're in for some treat. But then the rest of the week should be around the 70 mark. So, Hey, I'll take the 89, I'll take the 90 with some hot yoga, and then deal with the springtime temperatures the rest of the week.
All right. Reagan Medji getting ready for her hot yoga there in Weehawken with a view of Manhattan. Namaste. All right, there we go. Well, let's talk about the heat, because it's not just New York City that's warming up. In fact, a good chunk of the Northeast as well. D.C., yeah, we could set a record today, getting close to that in Dulles. Richmond, Virginia, 92. The forecast is 92. The record is 92 as well. In LaGuardia, we could tie that upper 80s.
So the heat will be on.
Certainly
will be.
In fact, Philadelphia, just like New York City last time we were 90, September 6th of 2014.
And last year's first 90-degree day was in June 17th, so ahead of New York.
Yeah. So
and here's the heat, and there's the change right there.
The heat comes, and the cold front, though, blast on through, so things much colder, though, as we head for the rest of the week. Hey, coming up, how much more on the ongoing flood threat across Texas right now.
Also, the slow start to tornado season is a distant memory now, how the new numbers stack up.
You totaled your brand new car. Nobody's hurt, but there will still be pain. It comes when your insurance company says they'll only pay 3/4 of what it takes to replace it. What are you supposed to do? Drive 3/4 of a car? Now, if you had Liberty Mutual new car replacement, you'd get your whole car back. I guess they don't want you driving around on 3 wheels. Smart.
With Liberty Mutual new car replacement, we'll replace the full value of your car. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
We could tell you about the years of research and development. How we forged advanced high-strength steel to make the frame stronger yet lighter. The countless hours spent testing the suspension and tuning every sound from the engine to the trunk. But until you get behind the wheel, you have no idea. The completely redesigned Hyundai Sonata.
Right now, lease the 2015 Sonata for $199 a month or get 0% APR for up to 75 months.
If you're an adult with type 2 diabetes and your A1C is not at goal with certain diabetes pills or daily insulin, your doctor may be talking about adding medication to help lower your A1C. Ask your doctor if adding once-a-week Tanzium is right for you. Once-a-week Tanzium is an injectable prescription medicine that may improve blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes, along with diet and exercise. Once-a-week Tanzium works by helping your body release its own natural insulin when it's needed. Tanzium is not recommended as the first medicine to treat diabetes or in people with severe stomach or intestinal problems. Tanzium is not insulin. It is not used to treat type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis and has not been studied with mealtime insulin. Do not take Tanzium if you or your family have a history of medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you're allergic to Tanzium or any of its ingredients. Stop using Tanzium and call your doctor right away if you experience symptoms of an allergic reaction, which may include itching, rash, or difficulty breathing. If you have signs of pancreatitis, such as severe stomach pain that will not go away and may move to your back, with or without vomiting. Or if you have symptoms of thyroid cancer, which include a lump or swelling in your neck, hoarseness, trouble swallowing, or shortness of breath. Tell your doctor about your medical conditions and all medicines you're taking. And if you're nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. Taking Tanzium with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases your risk for low blood sugar. Common side effects with Tanzium include diarrhea, nausea, injection site reactions, cough, back pain, and cold or flu symptoms. Some serious side effects can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney failure. Ask your doctor if adding once-a-week Tanzium is right for you. Go to Tanzium.com to learn if you may be eligible to receive Tanzium free for 12 months. Make every week a Tanzium week.
I'm Sam. Jim's here as well this morning.
We're all in this together.
Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
that was good.
And if you're watching AMHQ, then you know we got you up and out this morning. We love to see your pictures. All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well.
Currently in our area, 83 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, cloudy intervals. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 76. Wednesday, mainly clear. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 87. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Tomorrow morning, say bye-bye to summer heat. Temperatures dropping 20 degrees. And the next outbreak of severe weather. Wake up with Al and AMHQ tomorrow morning at 5, only on the Weather Channel.
All right. Have you seen this before, Paul?
No, I have not.
Yeah, I've seen this before.
It's like a waterbed, dude.
That's exactly what it's like. But this is someone's lawn here in Ohio, and it certainly does look like a waterbed. Too much water underneath this thing.
Am I dating myself talking about a waterbed? Do they even have waterbeds anymore?
How many do you have?
I had one in college.
Did you really?
I did.
You were that guy in college?
I love that thing. It was great on cold mornings, too, because the water is heated. But that's a whole different show.
So we're going to have some stories from Paul's waterbed coming up a little bit later. We're also going to do our best to explain what exactly is going on right here.
Wow, this is awesome. Hey, thanks for staying with us in a live.
That is awesome.
I'm meteorologist Paul Goodlow.
And I'm meteorologist Chris Warren. We are looking at, once again, a lot of rain. Kind of rain where you want to stay inside on that warm water bed.
Yeah, for sure. In fact, some areas, you can actually measure some of this rain using a ruler. 8 to 12 inches of rain. Liquid, people, not snow. This is liquid rain just so far this month of May, and we're not even 2 weeks in. We're 12 days in here. So it definitely is concern across much of the area. But still, take a look at this. This is a video out of Corpus Christi, Texas, and this is what 5 inches did just in the last 24 hours. Look, cars over the side of the road because they can't see the curb. There's probably a little drainage ditch. They didn't know when that road ended and the ditch began, and they just, the cars stalled out there. This continues to be a huge concern across the area as, yes, we have more rain on the way. Chris has more of that.
Yeah, and it's once again for a lot of the same areas that have seen some of the majority of the rainfall in the past several days. As we look right now at Dallas, more rain on the way. When you factor in already how much rain has come down so far this month, more than almost 2 inches, 1.70 inches more than what you would expect so far this month in Dallas, and you're up 5 inches so far on the year. So seeing quite a bit of rain with more rain in the forecast. And with that, some of that rain coming down on areas which have already had a lot of rain. It's so much rain coming down potentially fast. We're looking at the possibility for more flash flooding. So flash flood watch is currently in effect. This is a look at how much rain is needed to flood in 3 hours. So if you look at the map, the darker the green, basically think that as where there's already a lot of water. There's already been a lot of rain, so it's not going to take as much rain to get some flooding in 3 hours. In fact, in the Panhandle, just about 2 inches will cause some flash flooding if you get that in 3 hours or so. And then rain through Friday, we are looking, unfortunately, not at that, but this is on average, expect with all the rain expected. But remember, Paul, as we know, some of these storms, the individual storms, can drop an awful lot of rain in a short amount of time.
It certainly can. In fact, right now in the community of Van, Texas, that area is now rallying after an EF3 tornado just decimated that town, killing at least 2 people and dozens more injured. And Rodriguez is on the ground talking with those who lost it all.
The National Weather Service released a summary detailing the tornado late last night, and they say that the tornado came in from the south and bore right down this neighborhood. You can notice the cars behind me. These are the cleanup crews that are going to try to help people get a sense of normalcy back into their lives.
Man, I can't believe my friends are gone. Everybody said they got blew out. That way out the back, out of the house.
A third of the small community of Van, Texas, now a mangled web of debris. The National Weather Service says an EF3 tornado with winds more than 135 miles per hour created this chaos.
It was very scary.
Lindsay Rodriguez saw the tornado as she drove through town and reached the damage within minutes.
I had about 5. There was head injuries, broken legs, and some was so bad they didn't even know what happened. They didn't know where they were.
And your stepdad was tossed from his home.
Yes, he had actually had the couch over him and the dogs. And within minutes, he was thrown actually all the way over here into this parking lot. He's still alive and walking, yes.
Just a few blocks over, Luann Ayers and her husband laid on top of their 3 kids in the bathtub. Daylight revealing just how lucky they are.
Our roof came up, and I lost the roof over my daughter's room. We knew the damage was really bad when we were standing on the ground out there, and we could see through her window. We could see the morning sky.
Today, it's neighbor helping neighbor.
Thank you, sir.
Sifting through the brokenness. And remembering what nature will never be able to destroy.
There's someone out there watching over us.
Authorities could confirm the identities of the 2 people who were killed later today. As you can see around me, there's still a lot of cleanup left to do, and showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for the remainder of the week could complicate that effort. That's the latest from on the ground here in Van, Texas. I'm Ana Rodriguez. Back to you.
Well, unfortunately, we're looking at another chance of seeing more severe weather across some of the same areas here. The setup for Tulsa, scattered rain showers tomorrow night, but more thunderstorms come through as we head on towards Thursday as well. The bigger setup, yet another late season storm is barreling on across the 4 corners. As this takes shape in this position, it'll help first draw in plenty of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, then 2, add shear. And the shear is what starts creating these supercell thunderstorms and also tornadoes as well. So the moisture coming in here, we'll time this out here for Tuesday. A few scattered showers moving on through southeastern Texas. They dissipate throughout the evening. A few scattered showers here in the middle of Texas. Not a huge concern here, but again, any rain is not needed in some flood areas. We move this on towards Wednesday. Look at this. Thunderstorms fire up in the morning, and then they continue towards the afternoon, more energy, and then boom, as we head towards tomorrow evening, then we can start dealing with more strong and severe thunderstorms, and the threat continues to move on to Thursday with more rain now moving up into the northern and central plains. Chris?
Paul, and if it seems like there's been a lot more severe weather activity, including tornadoes, you're absolutely right. We have seen an uptick in the severe weather. This is a look at the calendar for May. And the darker the red, the more activity we've seen. And these are severe reports, whether it's wind, hail, or tornadoes, and ranging anywhere. There's something every day from the 1st through yesterday, ranging from 5 to 168 individual reports. Now, on the days that really were dominated by a specific type of weather, this is a look at when tornadoes were a big factor. On the 6th, the 7th, the 9th, and the 10th. All of those days, 10 or more tornadoes. It has been active already in the month of May. This is a look at some of the preliminary tornado counts and the days when they happen. First, we'll work backwards and see that the total is 131. And just over this weekend, 65 preliminary tornadoes. And then on May 8th, there were 6. You may remember on Wednesday, May 6th, 49 preliminary tornadoes. So we have seen a big uptick in our severe weather, and in May, on average, about 277. So far, 130, and the record for tornadoes was in 2003 for May, and that was 542. So it certainly is a busy start to the month. This is typically when you would expect to see that. And we are getting a little bit of a break, but again, expecting that potentially to pick back up. So here's a look at that tornado tally for you. The 20-year average is 98, and so far 144. But the year-to-date, for a comparison, 353. So a little bit less than half so far for just making up this year in the month of May.
Yeah. Again, unfortunately, very active right now. Hey, coming up, much more on the tragedy in Nepal, and major aftershock shakes the already devastated region. We'll have the latest.
Currently in our area, 83 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, cloudy intervals. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 76. Wednesday, mainly clear. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 87. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Conceal cracks and splinters with the ultimate do-over for wood and concrete. Don't replace, resurface. Behr Premium Deck Over, exclusively at the Home Depot.
There's a hot offer for heartburn sufferers. Now try Zantac free at ZantacOffers.com. Hurry, it's free this week only. No pill relieves heartburn faster. Get Zantac free at ZantacOffers.com.
It starts with a subtle wave, then builds into soft fingers, lifting sails, and it makes us feel more alive than a summer breeze. Drifting with us on the water, chasing us through the trees, and playing along the whole day. In the Great Lakes Bay region, the summer breeze is blowing. Where it's headed is pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org.
Termites like to use stealth. They live underground and build mud tubes, little tunnels made of chewed wood, mud, and I say this delicately, they're poop. To sneak into your home. But I know all about their covert operations. Using my flow meter, I apply the proper amount your home needs to help keep them from breaking and entering. To catch a pest, you have to think like a pest. Not just for any home. For your home. Orkin, pest control down to a science.
When it comes to good nutrition, I'm no expert. That would be my daughter.
Hi, Dad.
She's a dietitian. And back when I wasn't eating right, she got me drinking Boost. It's got a great taste, and it helps give me the nutrition I was missing, helping me stay more like me.
Boost Complete Nutritional Drink has 26 essential vitamins and minerals, including calcium and vitamin D to support strong bones, and 10 grams of protein to help maintain muscle, all with a delicious taste. Grandpa! Stay strong, stay active with Boost.
Fact. When pharmacists are in pain, the medicine in Advil is their #1 choice for pain relief. More than the medicines in Tylenol or Aleve. Use the medicine that pharmacists use most for themselves. Relief doesn't get any better than this. Advil.
Think the tree we carved our names in is still here?
That's probably dead.
How much fun is this?
What?
What a beautiful sunset.
If you like sunsets.
Whether you're sweet or salty, you'll love Nature Valley Sweet and Salty Bars.
Every inch, every minute, every second, we chip away at finding inspiration to reimagine luxury, making the colors of earth and sunset skies into rich interior accents, or putting the beauty of a forest in the palm of your hands. It will take you to another place, wherever you happen to be. Made with pride, crafted with passion. This is the 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It is the best of what we're made of.
Are you sending your kids to school with an allergy medicine that may make them drowsy? Only Children's Claritin provides non-drowsy 24-hour allergy relief.
And it's the #1 pediatrician-recommended non-drowsy brand.
In class and out, your kids can live Claritin Clear.
Welcome back now for a look at today's weather headlines. We'll start off in Nepal, where a 7.3 aftershock rattled the country this morning. Nepal's National Emergency Center reports 42 people were killed. A 7.8 quake last month left more than 8,000 people dead. And back here at home, a deluge of rain pushed an already fractured cliff into Lake Whitney near Dallas, Texas. Storms loosened up this brittle limestone cliff, sending chunks of it crashing down. Thankfully, because of the bad weather, no one was on the lake at the time, and there were no injuries. Now, the home was abandoned last year when a crack started to form on the cliff. leading the residents to believe the collapse was imminent. And a heartbreaking story now of a selfless sacrifice coming out of Arkansas. A young couple died while shielding their 18-month-old daughter when an EF2 tornado hit their mobile home in the town of Nashville Sunday night. Michael and Melissa Moneyhan were among 5 people killed after a line of powerful tornadoes battered several communities in Texas and in Arkansas. Chris?
And Paul, we do want to help keep you ahead of dangerous weather, and that includes the threat for severe weather coming this weekend. Again, another uptick getting closer to the weekend. Here's a look at the forecast for Oklahoma City. And once again, Oklahoma City, yes, there is a possibility for some strong storms for you getting into Friday and Saturday. The reason for that, once again, essentially the ingredients are coming together. Very similar to what we saw at the end of last weekend, early in the weekend. In fact, right through the weekend, we saw a similar setup to this. So that's what's telling us that we could end up with similar weather to what we had over the weekend. And here's a look at the thunderstorm forecast for Friday. And this goes from Mexico all the way up here into Kansas, Nebraska, in parts of eastern Colorado. Once again, threat for some of the stronger storms. Here's our exclusive Torcon here at the Weather Channel. This is for Friday. 40% chance of a tornado in western Oklahoma. Again, 40% chance there, 30% chance. This is within 50 miles of any point in this region, northwest Texas and western Kansas. Thunderstorm forecast now for Saturday. The red, the best chance for some strong storms, has moved a little bit now farther to the east, including parts of Arkansas and Missouri. And there's also going to be a tornado threat with this. 4 out of 10 for eastern Nebraska, and we're looking at central Kansas, Oklahoma, also a 4 out of 10. That's a pretty big number this far away from the actual event. So we are seeing the ingredients, again, coming together for the threat of some strong storms. And there are 4 really main ingredients that help severe weather form: shear, lift, instability, and moisture. Meteorologist Mike Bettis explains what shear is and how it plays a role in severe weather.
There's a key component to the atmosphere we look at when forecasting severe weather, and it's known as wind shear. And there are 2 components to it: speed shear and directional shear. So let's first tackle directional shear. Let's say at the surface where you and I live, the winds are out of the south at 10 miles per hour. However, as you go tens of thousands of feet into the air, at maybe the jet stream level, those winds turn from the west. This is 90 degrees of directional shear, and it's this shear that causes the horizontal rotation of supercell thunderstorms. Now let's look at speed shear. Let's go back to our southerly winds. They're out of the south here at 10 miles per hour at the surface. However, go again up tens of thousands of feet to that jet stream level. Notice how the winds can go well in excess of 100 miles an hour. This speed shear causes a vertical rolling motion in the atmosphere. So it's that combination of speed shear and directional shear that is a favorable atmosphere for rotating supercell thunderstorms and potentially tornadoes.
All right, so let's take a look at that shear, what we're expecting when we're expecting the stronger storms.
Yeah, it's a combination of having that shear and also having the thunderstorms in place. That's where they overlap. That's the concern here. You can see the upper level winds coming out of the west there pretty fast in the upper levels across much of western Texas. And also, as you take a look at the purple area, that's the greatest speed and directional shear. So that's kind of the starting zone of where we could see severe weather.
All right, so we have the winds going this way, and they're going at different speeds too.
Right. And again, we're expecting thunderstorms as well in that shear area, meaning we could see severe weather form from those storms. Well, coming up, more incredible images from this week's thunderstorms,
including this amazing lighting display in Texas. Find out how many strikes happened in just 15 minutes. That when we come back.
Our oath isn't an empty gesture. It's the heart and soul of Terminix Nation. The Terminix Ultimate Protection Guarantee. A vow that we kill every termite in your home. Not here, not now, not in my house. Terminix.
What average underwear feels like. What Duluth Trading Buck Naked underwear feels like. Duluth Trading Buck Naked underwear feels like wearing nothing at all. No pinch, no stink, no sweat. Got a pair. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
Where you get your weather matters.
This is a large and dangerous tornado.
That's why we get real local the moment you need it.
We are live in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, Florida.
Real accurate.
This is round one of the severe storms that are coming through.
From real experts on the ground.
That is a gust front for you right there in Dusty, Texas. Wow.
Where you get your weather matters.
This is basically what makes the Weather Channel
Keep the Weather Channel on. Here at the Weather Channel.
The Weather Channel is out in full force today.
Only the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 83 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, cloudy intervals. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 76. Wednesday, mainly clear. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 87. Here's our 7-day outlook.
But that's going to go right in your glove. Oh, see that? Great job. Okay, now let's get ready for the ball. Here it comes. There you go.
Good catch! Perfect!
All right, now for the best part. Let's see your pour. Ooh, let's get those in the bowl. These are way too good to waste, right?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go for it. Around the bowl.
Share what you love with who you love. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
They're great!
Good catch, Dad.
One of the foot's favorite rituals happens at the water's edge. Here they must look their best. Smooth, beautiful skin is an advantage. The others can only hide in shame. Introducing the new Dr. Scholl's Dreamwalk Express Petty.
What do you think?
When I first sit in the seat, it makes me think of a BMW.
I feel like I'm in a Lexus.
You would think that this was a brand new Audi.
It's like a luxury car.
Feels kind of like an Infinity.
Very similar to Range Rover.
This is pretty high tech.
Yeah, it is. It reminds me of the Mercedes.
This is Chevy?
Wow.
I have a new appreciation for Chevy.
They thought about me.
I could totally rock this.
This thing feels pretty boss.
It looks kind of dope.
That's pretty cool.
This is the jam.
Pretty bomb, dude.
Maybe I will go Chevy.
I'm definitely
Let's do this. We start here, talk to her, pick up some of that, a few of those. Okay, a lot of those. Then dirt, plants, water, just a little time, and then boom. Spring. Big time. Let's do this. Toro days are here, and so are big savings. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Anna, Tom, what can I help you find today? We are repainting, but our kids are tough on walls. I totally get it. You need Valspar. It's our best paint. It'll stand up to the wildest play days.
That is exactly what we need.
Do not hit your brother.
And you know, with the Valspar color guarantee, if you don't like the color, you get a new one free.
What?
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Change color for free?
We've been doing that for years. Hey, Val, check it out. Hey, Val.
I see you, honey.
Getting help at the paint studio at Ace is like going to your neighbor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware for.
When it comes to Medicare, everyone talks about what happens when you turn 65. But really, it's what you do before that counts. See, Medicare doesn't cover everything, only about 80% of Part B medical costs. The rest is on you.
Consider an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. Like all standardized Medicare Supplement insurance plans, it could really save you in out-of-pocket medical costs. So call now and request this free decision guide. Discover how an AARP Medicare Supplement plan could go long for you.
You want to choose your doctors. Avoid networks. What about referrals?
All plans like these let you visit any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare patients, with no networks and virtually no referrals needed. So call now, request your free guide, and explore the range of AARP Medicare Supplement plans.
65 may get all the attention. But now is a good time to start thinking about how you want things to be.
Go long.
It was right on top of us. And then it hit. And we
took it to the edge, didn't give up.
Welcome back to Weather Center Live. We've been talking about the risk of flooding going on today, also heat across the Northeast, but we have to look forward towards the end of the week because we still have another chance of severe weather for yet another weekend here. Wichita, Kansas, thunderstorms popping up on Friday and Saturday before things finally quiet down as we head towards Sunday. And yeah, this has been a very stormy month so far. In fact, the forecast for Friday, look at here in the red from areas of eastern Wyoming through the front range of Colorado, back through areas of central and even back towards the Big Bend area of Texas. We could see strong and severe thunderstorms. This is for Friday's forecast, and that's, what, 3-4 days away. Meanwhile, the Torcons already have been issued 4 here in western Oklahoma, meaning a 40% chance of seeing a tornado within 50 miles of that area, a 3 for northwestern Texas, western areas of Kansas. But again, that's just one system. In fact, we're watching a kind of storm maker right now across the west coast, but the second little spin, we're going to track that. That is going to be sliding on in, and that will give us more severe weather over this coming weekend. So we watch our first little storm dissipates. Our second one kind of rounds the corner, perhaps bringing some more rain and snow to southern California, the mountains of Sierras. By Friday, though, sets up around the Four Corners, and that's going to add the energy to fire up strong and severe thunderstorms as we head from Friday into Saturday as well, once again across the central part of the U.S. So it's not just Friday, Saturday. This continues a little farther to the east now, bringing in most of the I-35 corridor from Omaha all the way back through San Antonio. And also, Torcons have been issued for Saturday's forecast here. The risk of tornadoes, 40% chance, eastern Nebraska, western parts of Iowa, central Kansas, Oklahoma, a 40% chance of seeing tornadoes on your Saturday. And once again, central Texas, we have the risk of tornadoes, but even though we have a dry day coming up, we still have several more days of rain as well. So we have that flood threat as well as that ongoing tornado risk as we head on through this week and into the weekend as well. Chris?
Paul, we've seen some pretty impressive pictures over the past day or so, flooding, lightning, and dust devils. We're going to break down some of that video. And Paul, you mentioned earlier you had a waterbed in college.
I did.
Did you ever pop it? Did it stay intact the whole time?
It stayed intact.
It stayed intact the whole time. Does this remind you of your waterbed?
It does, because it had baffles in it, so you'd see small little waves on there and ripples. And I can't believe this is actually ground.
Right, this is grass. So you can think of it as like a blister in the lawn. This can happen with sod. The roots will get disconnected with the soil, and water collects in here. And so what you can do, you can see how he's pushing on it. It looks just like that waterbed, doesn't it? But what you can do, if you find a spot, like say right here, you create a hole, you can actually get that water to come out.
Little geyser.
And get a little geyser to come out, and essentially then you would let it release, get those roots back to the ground. But this is what can happen with too much rain.
The good news is he's just kind of pressing on it. He's not actually standing on it, because if he did, those roots could give way and he could be leg deep in there.
Right, yeah, but then you could also ruin the grass too. So there's a few things going on there. Also, did you see all this lightning? This is something here. We're going to show you right now. This in McAllen, Texas. Wow. This is from last night, and this is right along the Mexico border, and 5,000 lightning strikes in 15 minutes.
It happened around midnight last night. That's definitely going to keep you awake, and almost that nonstop thunder too, depending on how far away you are. This is just incredible, turning the night sky almost like daylight out there.
That is something else, isn't it? Cool stuff. Meanwhile, it looks like a tornado. I mean, this is some big stuff here, but no clouds in the sky. This is a dust devil in Australia.
Yeah, we have something similar in the U.S., and sometimes they call them land spouts as well, because it looks like a tornado. But basically, it's so warm. Again, the sun heats the ground heats the air starts to rise, and sometimes enough spin, you can get these huge-looking dust devils. In fact, you might even see some small ones, and perhaps by your garage door, little leaves rustling around.
But look at this! I mean, that's nuts.
Pretty awesome. And every now and then they could actually do some damage too. You can see the winds getting in the 70s, even 80 mile per hour in some of those dust devils. But that's just, that's ominous.
That thing is just jamming around. No clouds in the sky, just the daytime heating.
All right, hey, we're tracking yet another day of dangerous flooding in parts of Texas right now.
A look at where the greatest risk is going to be and what to do if you're caught in a flood. We're coming up back in 64 seconds.
Currently in our area, 84 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, cloudy intervals. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 76. Wednesday, mainly clear. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 87. Here's our 7-day outlook.